Hi, everybody. I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration lawyer. I am located right outside of Washington, D.C. My clients, however, are everywhere. They're all throughout the United States, and we work with all sorts of immigration questions, all sorts of immigration cases. If we can help you with your immigration case, definitely give us a call for a consultation. You can call us at 703-348-1663. Again, that's 703-348-1663. So I'm here today to provide some general information. So we have a number of people that call our office and they have these one-off questions, right? So they have these one-off questions. They don't know if they want to book a consultation. So this is really an ideal time for you to ask those questions about your case. Just a heads up that unfortunately, I'm not able to get kind of deep into your case and get your immigration history. So what I'm providing is general information. If you want specific information about your case, consultation is the best. That way we can establish kind of an attorney-client relationship, even if you don't do anything beyond the consultation. But the consultation will be conducted by Zoom or by phone, and we'll go through your question in depth, and that may present other issues. Other issues may come up, meaning, maybe you're applying for a green card and you have this one question, but really when I ask you more, you may have some other obstacles that we might have to overcome for your case, or maybe you won't, but at least you will know that. So we kind of look through your case, look through all of the potential issues that might be present, and give you options for how to move forward to achieve your immigration goals. All right, so if you want to speak with us more, definitely call our office and schedule a consultation. Again, you can reach us at 703-348-1663. We are in right outside of DC, so we're in Eastern time, and our office is now open. If you would like to call to schedule something, our office is now open, and you can say hi to Brian, who's on the phones for us. And he can help you book one. So call us if we can help you. But here, I'm happy to answer all of your questions. It's general information. It can't really be one-on-one attorney-client privileged information, but it's as best as it gets. In terms of providing just responses one-off to your questions, okay? So thank you so much for joining me. We're streaming both on TikTok and on Facebook. I'm going to be on for a few minutes, and I am going to just go ahead and answer your questions. Hi, Gopila. Hi, Jay. Hi, Viral. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Pinder. Hi, Villasera. Hi, Shelly. Hi, M1Q. Hi, Gagan. So great, go ahead and type them in, and I'll get started with some things that come up kind of in our practice that are helpful for people to understand. So one of the questions that comes up often is, I have a 21-year-old child who is a U.S. citizen. I entered illegally. Can I get a green card still? Right? So yes, the answer is yes, you can get a green card in one of two ways. One way is we apply for permission from the government to have you leave the U.S., get your green card abroad, and come back in, because you have to have a legal entry usually to be eligible for a green card based on your child, if your child is 21 or over and a U.S. citizen. So that's one way. The other way, some people qualify to process that green card completely in the U.S. So if you have a child who is a U.S. citizen, even if you entered illegally, you may qualify to process that green card completely in the U.S. So you definitely will need a consultation for that to see if you're eligible for that. It is based on the relationship you have with your child. So we'll get into more details on that in the consultation, but it is a possibility to have that whole green card processed right here in the U.S. So what you will get, so once we file, you will get protection from making sure that you're not removed. So we have many people that are doing that right now. Protection from not being removed. You will get usually a work permit and travel authorization in about 6 to 8 months. Again, everyone's case is different, but most of our clients will get a work permit and travel authorization in 6 to 8 months, and they will have a green card in 2 to 2.5 years, all without leaving the U.S. So this is certainly a possibility. It's not an option for everyone, but it could be for you. So call us to see if you're eligible to process in this way. It's a self-petition method. Okay, it's a self-petition method, and you won't need your child to help sponsor you at all if you qualify. So give us a call. We're at 703-348-1663. Gagan has a question here. He says, I have two questions. So let me pop up. I'm so sorry. Gagan, I will get back to your question in just a second. So Arifa says, if I failed an interview and you and your husband are separated, what can you do? Arifa, that's a really, really good question. So I'm assuming your husband applied for your green card for you. You are a non-citizen. You went to the green card and then you didn't qualify for the interview. So number one, you and your husband have to have lived together. So if you and your husband live together, we might be able to help you. Two, if you're separated, that's okay. If you're separated, but you're married to a US citizen or a green card holder, you may still be eligible to process that green card in the United States. It's based on the problems that you had in your marriage, right? It's based on the problems that you had in your marriage. So we can apply for you. You can do it on your own without your husband. So it's okay if you're separated, as long as your husband is a US citizen or green card holder and you live together with your husband at some point. It couldn't be, you don't have to live with them now, but at some point you lived with your husband. You might still be eligible to process your green card right here in the US without leaving. Yes, abuse, absolutely. So it's based on abuse. It can be different forms of abuse, and I'll get into that in a second. But if you are separated, if you're married to a US citizen or a green card holder, you're separated, and your husband abused you, that's what Arifa is saying. We handle these cases very, very often. And he abused you, you can qualify to self-petition on your own without your husband. So we help many clients in this situation, and many people don't even know that this is a possibility, right? We can help you if you are the victim of abuse, you were married to a US citizen or a green card holder, you can file on your own without your spouse. So what happens is we prepare the full application for you. Of course, you review and you approve it. We submit it. In about 6 to 8 months, you will have a work permit. Again, it doesn't matter if you entered legally, if you entered illegally, if you entered, with a visa and now you're out of status. That does not matter, right? If you're married to a US citizen or a green card holder and you're a victim of abuse, you can still qualify to petition on your own for a green card. So in about 6 to 8 months, you will get a work permit. You will get a travel authorization also in 6 to 8 months, and in about 2 to 2.5 years, you will get a green card. So that is all possible. Even if you are separated from your spouse and you are the victim of abuse, that is all possible. Arifa says, but I failed my interview when we went together before we had separated. That's okay. That's okay. That happens actually pretty often. So when you apply for a new application, we submit strong evidence, right? The thing that we need to know is that you were married not just for immigration purposes, that your marriage was real, that you were hopeful to start a life together, right? So as long as you live together at some point, there doesn't have to be, for years or anything. It could be a weekend, really, according to the regulations. It could be at some point you live together, you're in the same space. You were the victim of abuse. You were validly married to either a US citizen or a green card holder. All right, so we can definitely help you, Arifa. We handle these cases a lot. I hope that you call our office for a consultation. We're open right now. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. All right, I hope we get to chat. Good luck, and I hope I get to talk to you one-on-one. So we're doing our consultations with you, asking, how do you do your consultations if I don't live in DC? Again, we're located outside of Washington, D.C. and in Arlington, Virginia. Our consultations are by Zoom or by phone. We started this with the pandemic, but it's going really great, and we're able to help clients all throughout the United States. Why? Why can we help clients all throughout the United States? Because immigration is considered a federal practice. So that means no matter where our clients are located, we are able to help them. And we do that through our online system where you have access to all your documents. We get your documents from there. We put together the application. You have access to everything we send out and everything we get back from the government. You can log in and look at it whenever you want. If you prefer to do it a different way, by hard copy or by email, we can accommodate that as well. We have a fantastic team. We would love to help you. We would love to help you with your immigration case. All right. Again, if you want to call us for a consultation, we're at 703-348-1663. Gagan is saying, hey, I applied for my social and a work permit, but I get only my work permit, but not my social security card. Gagan, I think I'm not sure if you were the one who asked this question yesterday, but while I was on, the same question was asked. So again, the question is, I applied for my social security card and my work permit, but I only got my work permit, but I didn't get my social security card. So this is something important to note. When you apply for your work authorization, you have to request a social security card. All right. You have to request in the application your social security card. So if you didn't request your social security card, then you won't get one. So if you did this, if you by mistake forgot to ask for your social security card, or if someone else filled out your application and you didn't get one, you can go to the social security office. So go online, find the social security office closest to you. You can go to them and you can apply for your social security card. Okay. So social security card is separate from immigration. So just keep that in mind, but they do offer, the USCIS does offer an option for you to request a social security card at the same time as your work permit. All right. Great. Hi, Sanjay. Hi, Deep. Hi, Sanjeev. Let's see. I thought I had a bunch of questions here. It said I have 6 questions. Well, I don't know. I lost you guys. If you want to type them in, go ahead and type them in. Arifa said, I live in New York. Queens, absolutely. So if you don't live in this area, we can still help you. We would love to still help you. We have many, many, many clients in New York, especially. So if you want to come down, you're welcome to, but all of our consultations, our meetings can be done either by phone or by Zoom. We are located outside of DC, but it does not matter where you are located. We would love to help you no matter where you are located. All right, so call us if we can help you. All right, so my next question often comes, and again, type them in. I'm happy to answer them for you. My next question often comes when, for example, we have people that are married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, and they want to have a green card, but they don't want to leave the country, right? If you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder and you don't want to leave the country, what can you do? There is an option. There's an option. Not everybody will be eligible, but some people might be eligible. So if you're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you might qualify to process that green card completely in the U.S. You will need to schedule a consultation to do that. We will go through the requirements. We will go through the requirements of how that is done. But essentially, you petition on your own without your spouse if this happens, okay? So if you qualify, we prepare the application. We get literally everything together for you. It takes us a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks to get the application ready and filed. We then receive a receipt notice. You will get a work authorization in about 6 to 8 months. You will get travel authorization also in that same time frame, and a green card in about 2 to 2.5 years. This is our major case type, and we would love to help you with it if you do qualify. But anyway, reach out to us if we can help you with that. Okay. Another question we often get, this is for VAWA clients. So these are people that are self-petitioning. They're victims of abuse. Either they're married to a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, they're separated from or divorced from a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, or they may have a child who is a U.S. citizen who is 21 or over. Right? So they may have entered illegally. They may have a child who is a U.S. citizen who is 21 or over, or they're either married to, separated from, or divorced less than 2 years. You have to keep in mind, divorced less than 2 years to either a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. So these are people in this situation, and they want to get a green card without having to leave the United States. So they may qualify if they are a victim of abuse. So what type of abuse qualifies, right? So not everybody is a victim of physical abuse. Not everyone, gets harmed physically, thankfully, by either their spouse, who is a U.S. citizen or green card holder, or their child. So many times that is not the case. However, there is such a thing as emotional and psychological abuse, right? There are different forms of abuse, and that is recognized to allow you to self-petition for your own green card without your child, without your spouse. There are no financial requirements. And you're able to do this on your own if you're the victim of abuse. So if you think you might qualify, I would certainly say call us for a consultation. We will walk you through the whole process. We'll walk you through when you'll get a work permit. We'll walk you through when you'll get a green card. Give us a call, and we will one, tell you if this is an option for you, and two, how to go about doing that. We would love to help you with this type of case. Like Arifa, we just chatted quickly, but I'd love to chat with you. All right. Give us a call if you'd like to schedule a consultation. It's been so nice to start this morning off with you guys. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Be productive and see what we can all get done this week. And I will touch base with you again soon, probably either later today or tomorrow. Jamaican Girl says, how long does it take for a green card holder to file for his wife? I'm not sure what your question is. So as soon as you're married, right? As soon as you're married, you can file. So as long as you're married, you can submit and file. So it depends. If you're married to a green card holder and you're in the US, you might still qualify to apply right away. Some people think that you have to wait till your spouse becomes a citizen. That may be the case for some people. However, there are different options to obtain a green card while you are in the United States if you're married to a green card holder. So what happens, right? So one way you can get a waiver. You may be eligible to apply for a waiver, which would require you to leave the country and come in, process your green card at the embassy abroad and come in. That's one way. The second way is if you qualify to self-petition. So essentially you petition, it's still based on marriage, but you petition on your own without your spouse. And that whole process takes place in the United States. Okay? The whole process takes place in the United States. So what you would get is a work permit. So you'd apply. You would get a work permit and travel authorization in about 6 to 8 months. You would get a green card in about 2 to 2.5 years. But in terms of when can you actually file, you can file right away. As soon as you're married, you can file. So as long as you're married, you should be eligible. And as long as your marriage is not for immigration purposes, which I'm sure none of you are in that situation, as long as your marriage is not for immigration purposes, it's a real marriage that you want to start a life with this person, you can certainly qualify to apply for a green card. And the method really is dependent on your specific situation. Okay, it was nice to see you guys. I hope that we can touch base. You can give us a call. And I would love to talk with you about your specific case and have a consultation with you. So call us at 703-348-1663. Thanks so much. Bye, everyone.